Chapter 36. The next Sunday, it was my mom's turn to take me out. I looked down at the shopping bags in her hand. My mom's favorite thing to do besides math was go shopping. Well, not shopping exactly. We walked around the mall with empty shopping bags filled with toilet paper. We'd found the empty shopping bags in the mall parking lot a while back. There was a bright red one from Macy's and one from Mervyn's and a shimmery silvery one from the store called Charlotte Russe. My mother was so happy when we found them. She immediately went into the mall bathroom and stuffed them with toilet paper. Now, every time we went to the mall, we carried them. My mom says that people are nicer to you if you walk around with a shopping bag. As usual, we poked around Macy's. The sales lady came up to us and asked if we needed any help. My mom said her line, "I'm just looking." Usually just being around nice clothes cheered me up. Today, though, she seemed extra sad. "I don't know what we're going to do," she said. "The extra $20 a day for Hank is killing us. Just killing us." She shook her head. "Maybe I could take a part-time job," she said. "I could see if any of the restaurants." "A part-time job? But what about Dad?" I protested. Dad had enough trouble as it was, even with her help. He got so little sleep from being up all night checking customers in. Some days he didn't even eat dinner after he finished cleaning. He just crashed onto the bed in the living room. "Well, I have to do something," my mother said. Once again, I thought about my tips. I had about $100 now. I was hiding it under my bed in a Ziploc bag. My mother poked me. "Hey, isn't that—" she asked, pointing. I looked up and saw Jason standing there with someone who must have been his mom. They looked exactly alike, seeming just as surprised to see us there. Jason and his mother waved and walked over to us. It was hard not to stare at Jason's mom, specifically the humongous diamond on her hand. I thought I might go blind. "It's so good to finally meet you," Jason's mother said, extending a hand to my mother. "My husband told me so much about you." She glanced at my mother's shopping bag and arched an eyebrow. "I didn't know you guys shopped here," she said. My mother's face turned the same color as her shopping bag. "We're just looking," she muttered. While she and my mother talked, Jason turned to me. "Are you buying new pants?" he hissed. "Are you buying a new face?" I hissed back. Jason tugged on his mom's arm. "Let's go," he said. "We ought to get going," Mrs. Yao said. "We should get back too," my mom said. "It was so nice meeting you," Mrs. Yao said, fake smiling at my mom. "We should get together sometime." "Well, you have my number," my mother joked. Mrs. Yao laughed. As we walked out of the store, I turned around and stuck my tongue out at Jason, who stuck his tongue out right back. Once we were in our car, my mom started having a panic attack. Oh God, I knew we shouldn't have come. I had this feeling all day that something bad was going to happen, but I just ignored it. My mom cried, rocking herself back and forth in the driver's seat. "Is this about bumping into Jason and his mom?" I asked her. She stared at me with this panic look in her eyes. "We didn't just bump into them. We bumped into them at Macy's," she cried. So don't you understand? People like us don't go to Macy's, especially for paying $20 a day for Hank. They're probably thinking we must have savings, and now they're going to squeeze us for even more money. Oh God, oh God. My mother opened her door and got out, gasping for air. I scrambled after her. "This is all my fault," she said, shaking her head as she opened up the trunk. "I should have never kept those bags." Before I could stop her, she took them out and ripped them into shreds, right there in the parking lot. We both stared at the tiny pieces of butchered paper. I thought about the day my mom found those bags, how she ran her hands over them and couldn't stop smiling all day. How sometimes in the late afternoons, after she'd spend the entire day on her knees, scrubbing floor after floor after floor, she'd get the shopping bags out and just look at them. She didn't think I saw her, but I did. Things must be really bad for my mom to want to give it all up. Once again, I thought about the $100 hiding under my mattress. The guilt burned in my chest.